He married my sister, now we're living together.
Roommates in law. It's roommates in law, Tom.
Hello, Timothy.
How far art thou?
Good evening.
I'm well.
No, I didn't ask.
Good. How are you?
I'm in New York.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Got a
I'm
new place
good.
in Ridgewood, though.
Yeah. I told Tim I got a haircut in Ridgewood, and he goes, "You bought a place?"
I was like, damn, dude. All right.
I was like, "How's the brain doing today, Tim?"
It's fucking crazy. You're like, hey, I actually bought your building.
I bought you guys out.
You are being evicted from your place.
No, I won't evict you, but I am gonna force you guys to just live in your bedroom, and I'm gonna live in the rest of the house.
Rent's going up.
Yeah, rent is also still going up. You're being confined to one space.
But unfortunately for you landlord piece of shit, a lot of tenants' rights in this city. You actually can't push us around like that, Tom.
I have heard this. I've seen some examples recently.
Go say more about that.
I can't say too well. First, I'd like to say that we're not roommates,
Not even fucking brothers-in-law.
but we are good friends, and soon to be a tenant of mine is my dear friend Tim Smith.
You won't be able to close. No way you can cover closing costs.
No chance. What is it? Closing cost? What is that? I don't know, $50, $100.
I mean, that's
I can
in the
scrap
city.
that
Out in
together.
Ridgewood, it's probably $8-10.
Okay, I can scrap that.
That's not
together.
bad.
If they give me till the end of the month, I'll be fine.
You get a couple of decent door deals going.
Yeah, I got a couple spots at Tiny Cupboard too.
That's not bad.
I mean, that's 12 spots. Yeah, that'll be fine.
12 spots, about a nickel a piece.
Yeah,
You can get in there for that, for sure.
absolutely.
Absolutely close.
I was staying at a place. I won't share too much info, but I was staying at a place, and the person whose place I was crashing at was like, "Hey, if anyone asks you, just don't really imply that you're going to be here for a long time."
Sure.
And I was like, "All right."
Well, people don't like the Airbnb situation.
I think that's what it is.
I think neighbors start getting a little annoyed with that.
Yes.
Wouldn't you? I think I would be.
1,000%. Also, Airbnbs, especially in a city like New York, it's not like it's just like someone coming to escape and write a novel.
No.
It's like 4 friends staying in a 1-bedroom and they're blacking out every night.
Yeah, and they're partying,
Yeah.
and it's a lot of techno. I'm sorry, EDM.
Techno. Oh my God.
What, Tom? What, you stopped wearing skinny jeans 2 days ago. Now I can't say techno?
Dude, they haven't called it techno since your 44th birthday.
But isn't it still techno?
I think
Is it not?
It kind of is. What a rebrand for techno.
Just, what is it, electronic dance music? Yeah,
yeah.
it's techno.
It's just the more times you say techno, the older you get. In front of my face, it's like a magic. It's like a
It's like a sick-ass riff that you're nailing right now? Is that what it is?
Fuck
It's an
off,
absolute
dude.
10 out of
You
10
have some
dunk.
aggressive energy today.
Yeah, I am. I'm coming in a little hot.
Yeah, it's all right.
Terrain was weird.
I want to hear. We gotta get into why.
That's why.
you're lashing out.
Because I've
at a
been thinking
personal
about.
friend.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this shit the whole way over here, and I started getting mad.
All right, let's just get into it. I'll skip the rest of my landlord story. It's not that good.
Sorry, yeah, every word you said, I was like, shut the fuck up, Tom.
God damn it.
Okay, so, I mean, I texted you this. I was bleeding from my eyes and ears. I was so angry with
Wow.
this human being. So, Tom, I don't know if you're familiar with Penn Station. Are you familiar with Penn Station?
I've frequented it 3 times in the last
You
week.
know, it's
2 weeks.
it's one of the larger stations.
It's a big station.
People are talking about it. And it's
Kind of
big.
a good station, though.
Some are calling it a 10 out of 10. I am not one of those people after this little encounter. And so, you go in there, usually like an Amtrak train situation, it's kind of you're kind of solo on this thing. It's not like a plane where you're like a bunch of people are crowded around and then it's like, hey, all you idiots, let's get on this thing and you all huddle together.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I get
what
of
you're
on
saying.
your own.
You
just
kind of everyone's kind of milling around that big area, and then
Yes.
it goes now boarding
and you just
train to
boop,
Boston,
and
you
everyone
go,
just kind of
I'm gonna scoot out there.
And like the train, it's not like a flight where you're like, please don't be packed, please don't be packed.
Yeah.
Like the train is typically not that
open. There's a few
packed.
different cars you can go in.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's like kind of a relaxing thing.
I love
Well,
it.
my big fat buns strolls on into Penn Station, and it's a nightmare in there. People are sitting, people have their luggage, people are milling around. I mean, it's like slammed in there.
What day of the week are we talking here?
We're looking at a big fat Thursday.
Oh, shouldn't even be.
But that's the thing. Like some bridges were shut down, some of the tracks were shut down, so like everything was delayed.
Okay.
So that's why everybody is in there. People are upset. people are moving around. You can just sense it. It's like I walked in, and I was like, I gotta turn the headphones down.
Yep.
Something's up.
Yeah.
In Penn Station. So I go over to the Amtrak place.
That's your superhero like Spidey senses, by the way, is you just turning off the Drake in your headphones.
Like,
and you're like, now I can hear it.
Well, I see 3 guys going, where the fuck is my train? And I'm like, something's going on in here.
It's the way like in Psych or like Suits or all those like guys with autism shows. It's you start putting
Doing the math.
Guys start lighting up and they're like, where the fuck is my train?
Something's amiss here today. Interesting. So I go over to the Amtrak place. I mean, clearly something's up. And you see that, and it's delayed. And there's an Amtrak worker, okay? And she's got a bunch of people crowded around her, obviously, because she's fielding questions and whatnot.
Fighting for her life.
She was, like, in the pocket.
Okay.
But she was like, it's the same answers I just told this person. Unfortunately, it's all going to be the same answer for a lot of you. And people are going, well, should I upgrade my ticket? Or should I? And she goes, makes no difference. All the trains are delayed right now. Okay. Well, I'm actually going to Maryland, and then it makes no difference. All the trains are shut. Well, actually, and she goes, it's probably the same answer, but what is it? And somebody, well, and I just said, I know you're doing a lot of this. I'm going to Boston, same thing. And she goes, yeah. Boston. I said, great. And I decided to do the little, you know how like when your dad does that riff, like the collective dad, not your dad specifically.
Yes,
when the waiter comes by and he's got an empty plate and he goes, I hated it.
Yeah.
That little, you know, like in that kind of vein. I was like, this is LaGuardia, right? Like nothing.
Such a dad riff.
Just
I love
nothing.
it though. I like it.
And it's still
kind of fun.
And she kind of like, and I was like, I know this is the train. She goes, yeah, everyone's here waiting for the train. And I was like, totally, no problem. So I walk my little buns over, sit down, got my headphones in. I got my eyes on the board, just looking at the board, making sure, keep my little eye on Boston. I have my headphones in. As one of the songs fades out, you know, obviously it's quiet. I hear over the loudspeaker, all I catch was Boston.
Oh, fuck. That's a bad feeling.
So I look back at the board, nothing's changed. So I'm like, well, let me just go back over and just make sure.
To her, same lady?
Not necessarily to her, but just back towards the. So I kind of scoot my little buns back over there. She's back with a big crowd of people around her fielding questions.
Yep.
I think I'll just walk up and eavesdrop. Certainly I'll get my answer from whatever she's telling all
It'll get figured out.
I'm not going to have to be like, me again. So I'm just kind of standing there. She has her back to me. She's talking to people. She turns around, sees me, and goes, oh, this guy, he's been following me around since the food court.
Jesus Christ.
I was like, what? And she goes, I guarantee you missed your train. I guarantee you missed your train. With your headphones still in. So now she's like, you know when people are trying to
There's a lot of people around and she's like
full
going
circle,
at you.
and she's full. It's like 8 Mile. It's like a fucking rap battle. You know how like when people are like trying to get a chant going, they'll kind of like eyebrows are up, big eyeballs, kind of looking at people.
I guarantee you missed.
And she's going, I guarantee he misses his train. I guarantee. Screaming at me that I'm going to miss my train with your AirPods still in. And I was like, they're turned down.
And it was Drake.
It was heat. What do you want from me?
Have you ever listened to Scorpion from front to back?
I don't know if you're like really catching what I'm listening to, but like Drake is cooking in my headphones right now. So she's just straight up. And I was like, what? And she's like literally screaming. I guarantee you miss your train. Like almost finger in my face.
Dude.
I guarantee.
What did you say?
I was like, I didn't really have, I had zilch.
I mean, that's terrifying.
Never been yelled at by an Amtrak employee. So I'm like, and I'm like, no, they're turned down. And she still is, you better take one of those AirPods out, I guarantee. And like, so she just kind of storms out of the circle and we're all just still there. And everyone's looking at me like, did you like kill her father? Like, why is this lady so obsessed? So now I'm like dialed in
on her,
on making certain I board the number 86 train.
Yeah,
because I can't tell you what a brutal look it would have been
if you missed your train.
For me to miss that train and have to walk up to her and be like, Hello?
Yeah. Hey, I know you didn't really see this coming, but I missed my train.
Missed the number 86 train because I have my headphones in because Drake is absolutely cooking right now.
I still don't really get who this lady is because I've only ever gone and talked to like the person like at the counter.
Well, I think they probably deployed
They
like
just sent out some rogue
you know,
rovers.
because I mean there were people. It was slammed in there.
Right, so they sent some rangers out there.
Correct.
Yeah.
To yell at people that aren't saying anything. I didn't even say anything to her.
Yeah, I bet you were asking for it a little bit.
Wow. This is what I was like, of course, then I'm spiraling. We talk about this. I'm like, people are just jonesing to be mean to me. She all but threw a pie in my face. So, like, all the people are looking at me like, what the
Like
fuck?
you obviously did something.
Yeah, like,
what did you do in the food court?
That's what I was like. I didn't even go to the food court.
I haven't even eaten it.
I'm fucking
Calorie
starving.
deficit.
Yeah, I'm on a calorie deficit. I would never be in the food court.
I wouldn't even put myself in that position of temptation, lady.
I tried to get the chant going. I'm like, no, calorie deficit.
deficit.
So now I'm so dialed in on missing this train. Also, to miss the train, you have to be a unique brand of moron.
All right, let's take it easy on people who miss trains.
What? Are you missing trains?
I've missed a couple.
No, you have not.
I've missed two.
Yeah, but that's because
That
you
is
were
a
drunk.
couple. No.
Not because you were in there and you fully
Oh
miscalculated.
yeah, I've never missed it from the train station.
Yeah, that's what
I've been late to the station.
That's totally different.
Yeah.
This woman is assuming that when they yell, the number 86 train is boarding 400 times, that I'm going to miss the train.
Because you got your AirPods.
Got my AirPods in.
Yep.
No one's ever turned AirPods down, Tom.
I'm kind of on her side here.
I mean, what in dang tarnation? So I'm in the line for the 86 train. I did confirm with about 30 people were like, what is wrong with this guy?
Boston, right?
Boston 86 train.
Like the historic big city. You guys are familiar with it.
Tea Party.
Kind of like
Are we familiar
everyone-
with the Tea Party?
Tea Party. Everyone kind of, they're still racist somehow and they get away with it.
Kind of something went really wrong with a marathon there one time. Is that what we're talking about? And so, I mean, I and this is the little, my little justice, Tom. Sometimes there's justice in the world.
You pushed her onto the tracks.
I did snap her neck.
This was my little win I got back on her. I beat the shit out of her when
Yeah,
no one
took
was
her
looking.
life. Did take it. But we're coming down the little escalator. And I thought she was gone out of my life completely. I was still steaming. And you come down the thing, you go to the train, and she's there directing traffic.
Oh my God.
And I see her, and I'm like, oh, baby. And so I'm
You got
walking up.
AirPods out.
But kept them in, Tom, just to prove
I
the
put
point.
3 more in somehow.
I was talking really loudly, like they were still blasting in my ears. I was like, "This is the 86 train." So I watched. She's looking the other way, kind of talking to somebody. So I made certain to walk a lot slower until she turned back and saw. And then because I'm just staring at this woman, and she looks at me, and I'm walking, and she goes, "Okay." But she had full beef.
Respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. All right. You
Okay.
showed me.
Real recognize real.
Damn. Okay.
All right. I didn't think you'd catch the 86 train to Boston.
Is that pre-2018 Drake by any chance? In that case, I respect you.
I mean, what the fuck? And black women historically love me.
Yeah.
This one did not.
Well, I think that's how generalizations work, Tim. They're not always correct. So maybe you learned a lesson today.
Some people hate me. And the lesson I took away from that one is some people hate you, Tim.
You know that big fear you have that people are out to get you?
Yeah.
Sometimes
She
it's
justified
true.
that one.
She had a fucking scope on your head for
For-
the entire day.
I'm like, look, if you hated my riff, fine. But the
Do you
second
think that's
time,
what it was about?
I'd
What if there was a guy who looked like you who threw a big pie in her face in the food court?
Tom, please. I mean, this is why I get the modeling contracts that I do. Not many people look like me.
Not many people have.
It's called perfect bone structure.
Yep.
So if there's someone else that looks, hats off to you, brother.
Probably a different. It was probably Chalamet was walking around.
Probably.
Yeah.
Another stone cold piece of ass.
Another
why
Tim, too.
That's why she was probably upset. She's like, oh, so everything's going right for you.
There. Yeah.
Oh, okay. The number 86 to Boston, that's like our nicest train.
I want an 86U, dude.
Damn, dude. How about that little restaurant humor
Come on.
for your asses,
Where are
dude?
my back of house people?
Come on, where you at, dude? On your back right now, dude.
There we go. Corner.
So how about this, Tom? So I make my eye contact. I get my win.
And she goes, okay.
She goes, okay.
All right.
Got my win.
Yeah.
Fuck you, lady. And then I get bodied again when I get to an Uber in Boston. I get out of the train. I get into an Uber.
Train to an automobile.
I think certainly my nightmare's over. I bet everyone's done being mean to me for the weekend. Think again, Tim. So clearly, I have Drake absolutely pumping in the AirPods.
Drake's still going. AirPods haven't died yet, miraculously.
Well, I did have to put him back in, so it goes green and they charge.
It's a heartbreaking sound. The beep, 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 beep. And it gives you like 2 more seconds of hope.
I know. It's like
I don't really get that.
Give me a little bit longer.
Give me like a 10-minute warning. It just goes.
I'm like, okay.
It's like, you say, "Do you love me?" I tell you, done.
I was dancing in the aisle and everything.
Yeah. So
I had a whole chant going.
You get in the Oobs.
I get into an Uber, and I have new AirPods, so I guess they're just like louder than you would typically think they are.
Okay.
I don't know, and like people can hear them
You're blasting.
if they're absolutely blasting.
Inside of a car, I guess, if he's not really playing music.
Yeah. Play some music, dude.
Yeah, no, that's weird.
You're in an Uber. Yeah. So I'm just
play some music so I can listen to my headphones.
So I can blast Drake over the top of him and ruin everything for you. And so obviously I'm hitting the jam button pretty hard. And he like motions to me in the rear view.
Okay.
To like, it's like, they kind of give you the whatever face of
I'm
like,
saying something to you.
I'll take my take one of them out. And he goes, "You listening to Drake?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Whack."
Yes. Dude, what the hell? This is all in one day.
This is within 6 hours of each other. I think the lady from Amtrak like called.
She called ahead and said, "Hey, if you see a guy with perfect bone structure, go ahead and pick him up.
Hey, if you see a stone cold piece of ass heading your way, he is blasting Drake, and I am going to need you to roast him.
If he still has AirPods in, you have my permission to put a gun to his head."
Whack.
Whack.
Just the way he said it.
You listen to Drake? Yeah, whack.
Whack.
Kind of incredible delivery. Like,
I mean, bodied me so
good
hard.
Word choice.
Fully just zipped up that body bag and tossed me into the East River. It was insane. And then I'm kind of waiting for him to be like, "No, I bet I got him to him last, so like I didn't really like him like that. I think he's kind of fell." He just left it at whack.
Oh, he didn't do that.
No.
Yeah.
So now this is kind of the most humiliating part. I just have to put my AirPod back in.
And it starts playing immediately. Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, so I didn't really change his mind with that stone cold argument I just presented."
Whack.
Whack.
Which is kind of one of the best arguments I've ever heard for anything.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't really, because you can't be like,
"No."
"Nuh-uh."
Yeah. Nuh-uh.
What?
No.
I think he's good.
I think he's sick as. Have you ever heard of? Are you familiar with Marvin's Room?
It's a really sad song.
It's like one where he like actually shows a lot of humanity in his song
Bitches
writing.
in my old phone.
It's like clearly about a relationship that he can't get over. So I really like him. I could relate to it at a time in my life where I was going through a lot. So I just kind of always liked Drake.
And he goes, "Whack."
Yeah, whack. He's like, "Sir, this is CVS. What are you even talking about?"
Come on, and I'm your dad.
Come on, dude. Free hot dogs for everybody.
Come on.
I mean,
podcast
this is the way I
is
started
CBS.
my weekend, Tom.
Yeah, that's some tough energy going into a weekend of 5-6 shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty brutes.
I mean, what?
Because I don't like this for selfish reasons.
Go ahead.
Because this hurts me personally.
Sure.
Because a lot of times you go, "Hey, I think the world is out to get me," and then I'm your friend that you turn to, and you go, "Hey,
You're like, no. Only
here's this
I'm out
stuff."
to get you.
Yeah, and I go, no, that's
just
my
me.
job. Stop trying to give credit to other
To the
people.
Amtrak worker.
Yeah, it's in your head. But this is like,
Hard to argue those.
these ones are tough. These are just a couple like you're walking by and someone just throat punches you,
Yeah, and I'm like, I think that person punched me in the throat.
and I'm like,
you're like,
I don't think so.
Nah.
It's just New York, man.
You had like something actually on your throat. They were trying to wipe it off. Instead, they closed their fist and punched you as hard as they could. I kind of couldn't believe it. The whack
this
was
guy.
hilarious.
I mean, I can't believe an Amtrak employee in the middle of Penn Station could even remember a face. Like, I've seen how crazy that is.
But that goes back to the argument of perfect bone structure.
That is true. They
Probably
hadn't
hasn't seen a face quite like
or an ass like yours.
That's true.
You
I mean,
know?
I am cheeked up.
You're absolute cake city. I will say there's a weird dichotomy. Is this the word I'm looking for?
I believe so.
Juxtaposition.
Well, let's stick with dichotomy.
Okay, between Amtrak workers on the train, Amtrak workers in the station.
Okay.
Station boys are angry boys.
Well, and I was trying to,
they have a worse job.
I'm trying to be all zen about it, and I'm like, maybe she had a bad day, but I did see her being very polite to about 9 people right before she turned and saw me and tried to get a chant going about how I'm going to miss the train. I was like, okay, maybe it is a clusterfuster in here.
You're going to bomb at Cantab Lounge.
Yeah, she's like, let me guess, Duck this weekend? Yeah, you fucking suck. Can't even do Laugh Boston, you fucking moron. What? I love people. We've talked about this a lot, but I do love the idea of quote unquote regular people,
strangers
and I
in
just
the
mean
wild,
people that don't do comedy, knowing all of the lingo and the hierarchies, and
amazing.
Roasting you,
and kind of knowing your schedule.
Yes.
yeah. Heard about that bomb at CYSK, Tom, and I'm like, can I please just get a new ticket? I missed my train. I'm sorry.
She's like, I told you you'd miss that train.
Thought Tim was going to too, honestly.
Damn, you're not going to open with this tonight, are you? I know you think you're like having experience, but nobody gives a fuck. Ow. Everything okay over there?
Yeah, I think there's a nail coming out of the bottom of that
hell?
ottoman.
Oh, and then how about this for a nice little hot riff? Well, remember I texted you like we've been bamboozled by public transit yet again?
Yeah.
And we've talked about why don't planes just take the direct route?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, planes? Train? The train was 2 hours. Well, we talk about how planes, they'll be like, oh, we're just going to take a direct
shortcut.
We're just going to take a direct route.
Yeah.
Instead of, I guess, making 9 circles.
Yeah.
Train?
No loop-to-loop today.
Yeah, we're not just going to hang in the air for a little bit. But the train I hear
really
a lady
have an
being
option.
like, so we left a little late, like, so can I expect to, like, get in around this, like, around that amount of late? And the guy goes, nah, we'll get in about the same time. And she's like, huh? And he goes, we're just going to go faster.
Incredible.
It's going to go faster.
I don't love that on a train track.
I love it.
Those things were built 100 years ago.
Yeah, but the thing was
Just round in the corner in Maryland, just vroom, up on two wheels.
So I'm like, uh-oh, riff alert. Can't wait to open with this little epiphany. Didn't know trains could go faster. I guess now that I think about it, I'm like, that's kind of stupid. Of course.
Yeah.
So I open with that. And I'm like, guys, just like we can go faster. Goes to zilch. And I'm like, wait, did you guys know that? They're all like, yeah.
Yeah, we take the train a lot. We live on the East Coast.
Yeah, trains can go faster. And I was like, so...
Well, I didn't know. Imagine if I told that joke and none of us knew that though.
Yeah, but like, what if you guys didn't take a lot of? I don't take a lot of trains, so.
I've been attacked personally by strangers today, several times. All right.
I'm like, oh, did you choose that shirt? The guy's like, yeah. I'm like, whack. It's whack as hell.
Try reusing it. I guarantee you missed that last outfit change. I one time in Boston, I was leaving Boston. Coming back to New York, and I did miss my train. I got there as it was. This was like devastating because you can get all the way through to the platform, and I get there, and there's a conductor standing at the end, but the train's right there.
But those
doors are closed, and I go, "There's nothing I can do." And he goes, "You can turn around and go get a new ticket."
See,
I was
these
like,
Amtrak workers,
what the fuck, man?
Different animals over there, dude.
That was so brutal.
Different animals.
I mean, it was so quick too. It was like,
well,
so you've had that one in your pocket.
I was about to say he's perfected that line over
Yeah.
years and years of people being an
because
absolute
it used to be. It
douche
started
to him.
with him trying to be nice. He'd go, actually, if you go right inside the doors to the left, if you bought the refundable ticket, you might still be able to get some money back towards another ticket. It's turned into, yeah, you can turn your fat ass around and go get another ticket, you idiot.
Yeah, you see this train right here? Yeah, you're not stepping foot
Say
on
goodbye.
that one.
Say goodbye to that.
Bye.
Along with some of your hopes and dreams.
I mean,
put those on board too.
Are these people not held to the same standard as airline people? Don't airline people have to be kind of nice?
Yeah, but I think there's a little bit more of a Lone Ranger thing. They're kind of like they're kind of solitary, folks.
Lone wolves.
That guy was out there on his own.
Sure. And they just...
No one's watching him. I guess I could go complain to the lady behind the counter who's also mean to me.
And they're all going to be like, who? We don't even know that guy.
That guy's going to be fired in a week for something way worse. He's going to smoke crack on the platform. We're not worried about him being a little rude to you.
No. You're the least of our problems today, Tom. Like, wait, how do you know who I am? The hell?
And don't even think about nominating him for Zero of the Week because the intent was not there. He's had a bad
It's your
life.
fault, okay? You're still drunk from last night.
Yeah.
This is not his fault.
This did start with you missing the flight, but that was the famous one where I missed the train, bought a new ticket, boarded a train in the wrong direction.
Wait, but this is not your local MTA. This is
This
Nammy
is from
Sammy.
South Station in Boston.
Oh,
It was a nightmare of a day.
I mean that one hurts.
Yeah.
Also, because like when you're on the train here, when you're hitting the big fat MTA, you can clock it pretty quick that you're going the wrong way.
And it's one stop, and it's
And then you're off.
Fuck.
The
It's more
MTA, I don't
embarrassing
think
than
I
that.
would know until I got to DC.
Oh no, I didn't leave with the train.
Oh.
I just bought the wrong ticket, and I got on the train, and then
How did you know?
I think I heard an announcement.
Turn the Drake down.
And I turned off Drake for 1 second.
Nice.
And I heard an announcement, and then I just asked a lady next to me. I go, "Wait a second, is this going to New York?" And she goes, "No, opposite direction." And I was like, "Well,
It's a panicked feeling.
But that one, they were kind of helpful because the train hadn't left. They switched over my ticket.
That's big.
That was huge.
That's very big.
I turned my ass around and got a new ticket. I mean, I can't get over that.
Dude,
You can turn around and go get a new ticket.
and when you walked away, he was like, nice.
He's like, that one's gotten really tight.
Kind of perfected.
That one's in the act.
He saw you got kind of coming down, looking panicked, and he's like, oh, I'm about to absolutely body slam this
Tee
guy.
off on this kid.
I mean, hey, look, Amtrak workers, I hope you're doing all right, but be nicer. I didn't even say anything. And also, I hit you with the camaraderie riff.
Yeah,
That's me saying, hey, we're in the same boat.
I recognize you're
I see
fighting
your
right
plight.
now. Yeah, I'm going to try to lighten the mood a little bit.
I even kept the question quick. I just said, hey, I know it's Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing. Stupid riff. Left.
Yeah. Did anyone get a laugh?
No. I mean, the riff, it was like kind of just for, it's just for us.
It's just for us.
It was just like a quick,
My least favorite thing.
and it's, it went to zilch, but like as it should. That, if it would have got, the best case scenario is like when the waiter's like, meh, and you're like, yeah.
Yeah, that was
Hated
fun. Yeah.
And the waiter goes, great, I'm going to kill myself. And you're like, that's pretty good.
Regardless of that riff.
I was kind of hoping to eat the rest of whatever you had, but you ate all of it, so guess I'll just starve.
In fellow travel stories, I got one cue for you. Where do you stand? I think we maybe talked about this before. Where do you stand on a funny gate attendant at the port?
At the port, are you talking like the lady that does, or the person that does the announcements?
Yeah, like now boarding, now pre-boarding.
Oh. See, I never hear that
Okay.
because I got the phones in.
Yeah, I guess I don't know why I was listening this morning.
I
had
just
one on
always
the way
look for
back.
boarding group number 79, and then I'm like, all right, I'm in 8 more boarding groups after
Well, this morning I was flying Southwest this morning from Austin to here,
Boom.
and at 5 a.m. flight. So we're boarding at 5:30. So we're boarding at 4:50.
that. Southwest kind of fell off.
Yeah, dude, it's in shambles.
Remember, Southwest used to be like, oh, nice, Southwest.
Well, because they were also one of the first airlines to do like it was in like the heavy fee adding era.
Mm-hmm.
Southwest was like, you're changing any flight for no fees.
Right.
We're
That one backfired because now they're just getting the scum of the slums on those fucking
they've
flights.
really downgraded. Their planes are in kind of rough condition. Too.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a cattle call. They're just like, everyone.
Yeah, the whole
Get on!
A1 through 60 boarding thing has kind of backfired too. Because also every time I fly Southwest now, you see a couple people that are flying it for the first time that are like so confused in a way that, I mean, I saw this old guy today. I felt so bad. He's like, I'm C30. And someone's like, yeah, this is A. Like this loser in the front of that. She's like, this is A. And he was like, I'm like, he's clearly asking where to go.
Help this man.
And he's going, well, I'm C30. And I see it's 30 through 35 here. And she's like, yeah, but it's A group. And then this other guy stepped in, the other side of the line, and he goes, oh, it's going to happen in a little bit. It's going to go B next. C, you're getting a middle seat, by the way. My guy.
He said that?
No, but I mean, yeah.
I was like, that rules.
No, that would have been awesome. He was like, C is going to be after B, but it's so confusing. Anyways,
C's
we're
going to be
lining up-
after B.
Yeah.
It's really confusing.
Well, but they don't really tell you. You know, they do the one, we're going to board 1 through 31st, and then we'll go to B, and then we'll go to C, and then it's like, and then they start.
That kind of worked
This
out.
is kind of fun to do.
That kind of worked.
This rules.
I hear like very clearly in these headphones, and it was kind of hit. I was like, oh, it's kind of nice.
But this guy this morning threw out like it's 4:45. And he's like, folks, I'll tell you what.
I'm going to do it again. Folks, I'll tell you what. Every time we do this, there's
really
one
good.
guy that walks up and he tries to cover his boarding number with his thumb. And he tries to get biased, thinking he's smart, thinking he just invented a new way to sneak onto the plane early. Let me tell you, folks, I'm going to catch you. I'm going to catch you, and I'm going to send you to the back of the line.
and I was like, just tell us to just do
Come
it
on,
in
man.
order.
It's 4:45 in the morning.
It was so, and then there's like this group of girls that are kind of giggling up front at it because they're excited. They're on a girls' trip,
Sure.
you know? So they've got like that fun morning energy. Like they're going coffees at 5 a.m.,
Jesus.
you know? Yeah. I'm like, and
Let's poop on the plane.
and then they're kind of giggling, and it's just fueling him. So now he's like Riff City at every turn.
Can we blame the man?
I mean, we've all got
Who among us can blame that man? He's cooking with the cute girls in the front row. Yeah, he's keeping that riff going. Tom, what are you, crazy?
I love that you assumed they were cute.
Well, I just assume like the girls on vacation,
like-
the coffees,
yeah,
they straightened
yeah.
their hair, they got
As
dressed
a group,
up.
they're kind of cute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
like individually, they're like 4s through 6s, but as a group, it's like a 7.
They're getting the opposite treatment of you in Penn Station. This guy's going, I'm just gonna put on a one-man show for this group of 5.
You're like, wait,
sorority
is
sisters."
he blowing up a giant balloon right now? He's just doing. He's like, there's a poodle for you ladies. Have a great trip.
He's juggling.
You're like, all right, Southwest is so back.
So Southwest is kind of doing experimental shit, but it's kind of working for me at 4:45 in the morning.
4:45. I'm a headphones kid. I don't hear shit that's being said in the airport,
Yeah.
and I kind of wish I would tune in more.
I know sometimes. Well, you know what it was is I knew my AirPods were not full batteries, so I said, and I had already worn them all the way to the Uber to the airport, so I had to throw them in the pockets for a little bit before I got on.
You know what's nice about the AirPods, and I'll say this is kind of a nice design. It only takes about 10, 12 minutes.
They really charge up quick.
Charge up nice.
I'm still missing a pair of AirPods. We're coming up on a year now,
I would just kind of let those go.
but I got fucked by a hotel in Montreal.
They're gone, brother.
I know, but I paid $100 to ship them back,
Oh, and they just never sent them.
and they never sent them. It got stuck at label like order created at FedEx, so somebody pocketed them.
No, those are for sure in someone's ears right now.
Because I got a picture of them on the front desk of the hotel. They're saying, "Are these yours?" And I go, "Yes, they are." And then
Are these white nondescript AirPods yours?
I had a case on them.
Oh, okay.
Little blue, gross case, just like this one.
I was about to say, the hell? You're a
like that
classic blue case guy.
Big blue gel case. That's how I
what's-
know they're mine.
What's the, is that what we're doing here? This is so you can identify your pods?
Yeah, but you know what? You know what sucks about them? The
stick
the
in your
gel
pocket.
cases suck in the pocket.
There's no way you're pulling those out with
Dude,
these.
gel case in the pocket is you look like an idiot.
Well, because you're also pulling out the entire lining of the pocket. Now all your shit's falling out of your pocket because you got to get your big
Every
blue case
time.
out.
You can only, but that's a jacket pocket only case.
It's also, I mean, this is Clunk City.
I know it adds a little bit more because just the white case in the pocket, it can kind of be sleek.
Also, what was
It's
it?
adding half an inch. Oh, I know. That's kind of falling apart.
Adding, I mean, this is the only time I'd complain about getting a half an inch added, Tom. Hello.
There we go.
Hello.
Come on.
Come on, folks.
Yeah, gel
I don't know
case
what
is
the hell
kind
we're
of
doing.
stinky, but they don't make a lot of good cases for the pods.
I've never once considered a case for the pod. Are you breaking the pod case?
Never
I feel
bro-
like it's a pretty durable
Never broke
thing.
it. I truly like it as an identifying factor. What's going on here?
I was trying to you can do a Zippo lighter. I was trying to pop the case up.
Yeah,
Thought that was going to be
Man, I
kind of cool.
I love Joe List, our close friend, best friend. Joe List
Watch his
joke
special.
about taking AirPods out like they're earrings at the end of a long day. Just that visual is so good. God.
Well, that's like Ismail's joke because he grew his hair out,
Yeah.
and he's like, it's way easier to flirt now because he just pushes his hair back
That's
behind his
so
ear.
good.
That one's very funny.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the pods are gone. They're just in Montreal. I've called that hotel 30,000 times, and now they just have no record of it. And then they go, "We'll check and call you back," and then no one ever calls me back.
Yeah, you
I've
just
got
gotta.
Philip working on it for a little while, and Philip no longer works at the DoubleTree.
Philip's long gone. You gotta chalk those up. Those are gone.
Doesn't that suck though?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the worst.
Well, I just want the $100 back because I had to pay like the international shipping fee.
Why? I mean, AirPods are $80. Just go buy new AirPods.
They're $80.
I mean, I'm
They're like
sure.
$350. The new ones.
AirPods?
Yeah, those are the new ones.
I mean,
Not those ones. These are the old ones.
I mean,
A new pair?
$350. They ain't no way.
A new pair of AirPods?
AirPods.
Yeah.
AirPod. We're gonna go AirPod Pro, AirPod Max, or AirPod Pro 2. That's what we're gonna
right.
look at.
Okay.
$119.
$119. Not from Apple.com.
Oh, these say research. Oh, these are from newegg.com.
I was like, there's no chance.
$189. Best Buy. Marked down from $250.
Wow. Second generation.
Second G.
Oh, I can go 180. No,
Yeah, I mean,
99.
You know, you're paying $100 to get the old ones
What
back.
is it at Apple.com? They're not really showing you, huh? All right.
Apple,
Well, this is
gen.
exhilarating pod stuff. We actually, dude, I found a zero
AirPod stuff.
deep in. God damn it! The Roommates in Law Air Podcast.
That's kind of fun, though. Anywho, you were in Austin. How was Austin? I had an amazing time. And you were in Austin. I was in Boston. Kind of fun.
Yeah, Austin and Boston. There's something there, you know. I'm trying to find this. I found a deep cut zero of the week that we never read.
Oh, let's absolutely go.
I was looking for something else in our old email. That's right. We have an email, you guys.
Sign in, tune in.
And if you email us, I will check it about 4 months later.
Yeah, he'll get it at some point.
So this is from November 22nd.
Oops.
I think I actually did mean to read this one because I think it was good.
It's the thought that.
Oh yeah, this is
Doesn't
good.
matter
This
at all.
is honestly this zero candidate. Sounds like they should have been hanging out in the Amtrak station looking for old Timmy Smith on Thursday.
Damn.
So she goes. She wants name. She said, "Please don't mention my name. If you gotta call me anything, call me Al." That's kind of a fun riff.
That line feels like it's from a movie.
No, it's from a song.
Oh.
You can call me Al.
Didn't know that. I was like, well, that's kind of poetic.
Yeah.
It's actually a poem.
Yeah, and Betty, if you call me, you can call me Al.
What song is that?
That
That doesn't sound familiar at all.
you know this song.
If it's not by Drake, I don't know what the hell it is.
God, it's by Paul Simon.
Paul Simon could walk through that door right now and I wouldn't know who it was.
I mean, same. He looks like he's probably pretty old now.
Yeah, he's got to be pushing 200.
But Paul Simon, he was one of Drake's biggest influences.
True.
That's what no one talks about.
He produced Marvin's Room. Oh, okay.
God, this song absolutely rips.
That's a fun one.
Anyways, that's what she's referencing. She said, if you got to call me anything, you can call me Al, which I really liked.
If I'd have read that, I'd be like, what the fuck is she talking about?
I'm not going to call you
I'm
Al.
going to call you Al. That's not your name.
All right, so my candidate for Zero of the Week, names changed to protect the guilty. I stopped at a store in the smallish town where I grew up and ran into a guy I had a crush on in high school. We made small talk. Oh, this is brutal. We made small talk, and then he said, "Oh, you're Sheila's sister? Your sister's so hot.
Yes.
You two look nothing alike."
Boy.
Town of 2,000 people, same last name, same parents. We all went to the same high school. We do resemble each other, but she's thinner than me.
Brutal.
It felt like he was effectively saying, "You're fatter than your sister, so much fatter." Even with obvious clues, I wouldn't guess that you two were related.
Now, this is a lady.
This got poetic at
We
the
have a
end.
similar brain here.
Home is where the zeros are. That's, and then, or maybe I'm too sensitive, but either way, I hate this town. Kind of poetic as hell.
You know what? Is this an attorney as well? Because she was doing a lot of like allegedly to protect those parties
protect the
involved.
guilty?
Like,
Yeah.
I kind of like this. She's kind of a poet, kind of a.
It seems like she got a pretty good feel for zeros.
I like this lady. She also sounds like she would be litigious.
Yeah, Al, maybe that's why you're so worried about your. Maybe
But,
that's why
I
Al's
mean,
worried
you
about
know,
her identity.
To her cred,
I mean, this is a stone cold zero.
the hell is this guy?
This is a stone cold, matter of fact, No doubt about it, zero.
Hey, you know your really skinny sister? She's a real piece.
Yeah, she's so hot. You two, I didn't know. I would not have guessed that you were related.
Not at all. What you getting there? Just a bunch of ho-hos? Anyway, we get out of here. What the hell?
Good to see you. Happy holidays. Tell the fam I say hi, especially your hot sister.
Hot sister. I wonder if he was driving home and went, whoa.
Wow, I flubbed that one.
I botched that so badly. Or if he was like, or if she like secretly did something to him and he's just been waiting to get back at her.
But she had a crush on him in high school.
Oh, that means she would have been the sheepish one, yeah. She
So
wouldn't
it's
have done
like,
anything.
No.
Yeah, this guy stinks.
This guy stinks. It's
Also,
also
don't-
such a small town, critical error. Because in a small town, it's like you insult one person, it's like their family's going to know, someone else is going to know. It's pretty quick. You get to 2,000 people pretty quick.
I mean, she sat down and wrote an email about it, so
I've spread rumors about you that have gotten to 2,000 people in
that's
a
what
night.
I'm saying. You just put it on Twitter.
Yeah.
You said my good friend Tim's a piece of and I'm like, whoa, Tom,
It's a riff.
dude.
It's a good riff.
I mean, it only got 8 likes. My hand has been up for like a long time. Have you noticed that?
no.
I just
Dude.
kind of noticed that my hand, because I caught something in the corner of my eye, and I was like, hand.
It's my own hand.
I'm in a weird mood.
You are in a weird mood. You came in kind of attacking me, and
That's
then,
not true.
And then you did, a little bit.
No, I said new haircut, Tom. It looks good.
No, I mean on the pod.
Oh, sure. Well, yeah.
You kind of were like, dude, what is your fucking story you want to tell? And then, but it was just because you had to get your shit out.
Yes,
About,
I've been
being
steaming.
about being absolutely slam tracked. Come on,
There we go. Dude,
wham bam, thank you, ma'am
There
track.
we go. Dude. That's not bad.
And then,
Whack.
and then you whack, whack.
And whacked.
Oh my god! But then, I think now you've settled down because you got that off your chest, and now you're being a little goofy, and that's a fun.
Now I'm
move.
hitting the goofball alert. I did
Yeah.
have to get the evil out though, because you were like, "Can you text it to me?" And that's just a lot to text. Like you have to be able to tell the story for the nuances of
the nuances and the pure anger.
and the anger
Yeah.
of it. Because brother, when I was texting, I was typing so hard. You could hear it as like tink, tink, tink on my
It's like
phone.
you wish you had a BlackBerry just for that.
Yes,
so you could
yes.
actually
I like
click the
chipped a
keys.
couple of nails typing so hard. God, I was so mad. But Boston ruled.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Boston's just absolute stone cold heat. First night, tab night. You know, when you're upstairs and they got the band absolutely cranking downstairs.
Dude, you're in the middle of a setup. Oh, we're good. You're in the middle of a setup, and then you just hear.
You're like, Billy Joel downstairs?
Paul Simon.
Paul
dude.
Simon downstairs?
Come on, Billy Joel. If Billy Joel was playing underneath you,
Would have no clue.
yeah,
If Billy Joel walked in and said, "Hello, I'm Billy," I'd be like, "Hey, man, I'm Tim."
I think
What are you doing
think you
here?
would recognize Billy Joel because Billy Joel's been a little more visible in his later years because he plays the Garden every other day.
Well, that doesn't help me at all.
I don't know.
You know, because if you're not on the radar, you're not on the radar.
I listen to Billy a lot still.
I could not name one song.
She's always a woman. Uptown Girl. I'm moving out. Anthony's song.
I mean, no, Marvin's Room.
Piano Man. You know
That's
Piano.
Billy Joel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nanner Man.
The Nanner Man. That's the guy who
Pianer Man
sells
is what
pianos. God, fuck.
Come on.
That's the guy
Pianer
who
Man.
sells bananas at the end of your plug.
Oh, the Pianer Man. Yeah,
Sing
I remember
us
that
a
one.
song, you're the Nanner
You're
Man.
the Nanner Man.
Sing us-
Sell me some fruit. You're the Nanner Man.
Thank you, Madison Square Garden. Everyone's like, yeah, he has kind of fallen off. The reviews were
The
right.
dementia is set in clearly. He's in a banana costume right now, singing Nanner Man.
This feels like a Tim and Tom riff gone wrong. Is he
So-
a Roommates-in-Law sketch right now?
Dude, fucking. I mean, if
But
that's
yeah.
not the name of this episode,
The Nanner Man?
then call me.
I was
whack.
thinking about Amwhack or Slam Tracked.
Nanner Man.
Nanner Man.
Oh God. Yeah, I don't know, but you know, you're upstairs at the Canta. I had to, you know, you have those sets because I ended up doing like 43.
Yeah. Wait, for the folks at home, by the way, this is a show at a bar where about halfway through the show, live music starts downstairs directly underneath you. And it is, you know, they've worked really hard on the sound barrier and stuff like that, and it didn't work at all.
Isn't it crazy how
It's so loud.
well, listening to you describe that, I was like, it's insane how we spend our time.
I know, and we're like, it's a pretty good show, though.
Yeah, it's gonna heat. There's a band absolutely rocking their tits off directly below you, half of your set.
Dude, at one point there was like a crazy horn solo during the middle of my set, and I was like, "Can we just stop and listen to this for a
Because this
second?"
guy is objectively shredding.
He is absolutely cooking 12 feet below me right now, and I feel disrespectful being like, "No, but what about this date I went on?"
I mean, it was, but it was one of those fun sets where, like, you are fist fighting for your life.
The entire time you're like, "Pay attention to me, pay attention to me."
But it was like, I would say, all of the other shows were absolute stone cold bangers.
Yeah.
But I would say that might have been my most fun that I had on stage.
Well, because it's a little bit, it's the opposite feeling of that I had on that bomb that we talked about last week. Where you walk into the room and you go, pressure is high. I got to deliver.
Right.
This is not an ideal environment, and I really need to come through.
Yes.
This is one of the opposite ones where it's also, you go, this is not an ideal environment, and that kind of removes all stakes for me.
Right.
And I can just have fun now.
Well, yeah, like that, because the one that you bombed at, like, is a perfect room for comedy, and, like, they've been running a very successful show there with sold-out crowds there. So I get what you're saying by, like, this isn't ideal.
It was sold out? There was 15 audience members and 48 comics in the back.
This is not ideal. Is it an almost full room? Sure.
Tell me that was an ideal room.
Oh, I thought we were having fun.
Okay, but...
Dude, sell me some fruit on the Nanner, man, Tom. I thought we were having a good time.
No, dude. I brought up the bomb again, and I'm in a bad mood now.
Oh shit!
No, I'm saying that like when you're like, ooh, this is not ideal, it can go one of two ways.
Sure. I know what you
And
mean.
it can go,
just
I
be a
better
goofball.
fucking figure this out, or it's, well, anything
it.
is good.
Yes, live in it.
Anything I get is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but like, it was fun, but it was like, the other shows, it's just, it feels like batting practice. If
Sure.
It's like, let's just see what I can get away with here. I went off on a rant on how human beings are just naturally disgusting, and it's like insane how much work we have to do to
look
fuck
good.
each other and to look good.
It's a good point.
Isn't it? Think of all the work
Isn't it?
we have to do
Yeah.
to be presentable to the world.
I mean, you don't have to because you have perfect bone structure and a great ass.
I meant, 99.9% of the
Most people,
population
yeah, you're generalizing.
has to put in a lot of work
Yeah.
to be presentable. I happen to not be one of those people.
No, you wake up presentable.
I walk out into the world and people are like, they either love me or they hate, it's the Amtrak lady.
Well, people go, I either want to fuck that guy or I want to fuck his day up.
I'm going to fuck it. Let me bring him back down. I'm in a lot of pain. I'm going to make him feel a little of the pain that
Yes.
I'm experiencing because clearly life has been handed to him
Been nothing but sunshine and rainbows for
on
this guy.
a silver platter. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So what the hell are we talking about?
I don't know. Oh, human beings are gross.
Like, think of all the work and all of the shit that, like, the medicines, the fucking
Yeah.
tweezers,
Yeah.
the razors, the shampoo, the face wash.
I plucked some nose hairs today that made me weep.
Brother, I'm like, it's like a part of my life now?
What?
Shaving my ears.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, I think that might be it for the pod.
Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up. Thanks so much, guys. I've been Tim. I have perfect bone structure and oddly hairy ears.
Wait, what parts of the... Is this gross to talk about? What parts
No,
of the ears?
you know what, Tom? I'm coming to
Let's
terms.
normalize it.
It's a part of the aging process.
Also, let me tell you what. It'd be much worse if you weren't.
Brother.
I hate when I notice... Actually,
You can't-
I don't know why, but I really notice nose hairs.
Nose hairs? I rip nose hairs out like crazy.
Me too. I mean, they're coming quick.
Yeah.
But when I see someone with when
all
they're
you can look
actually
at.
out of the nose,
And it's like
and I'm like, that's out of there.
the wind's blowing.
Yeah.
in it, and it's just kind of like, and you're like, don't you feel that? I know you feel that. You simply must
You have
feel
to
that.
see it.
Because it's a thick, coarse piece of hair blowing in the wind. I
Oh,
know
yeah.
you feel it.
It's crazy. I mean, it's got to be changing your direction as you're walking down the street.
It's like a sail.
Ah! My head keeps moving
Oh,
around.
shit. Wind really caught that nose hair.
Should probably pull that.
But yeah, it's all of the work because you see it in like old people because they don't have the effort or the care or want anymore to like take care of themselves, and you're like, you have turned into a disgusting thing. I mean, we got to try so hard to be presentable.
Yeah.
Washing your stuff. Because I was on stage. It was
Doing
like,
laundry.
I'm doing laundry. I mean, think about it. Like, you sweat. You're gross.
Yeah.
Think about, when you're like, you can like, when you haven't showered in a few days and you're like, I can like smell my balls.
Oh, boy. That is a bad one. You like sit down to poop.
And you're like, oh.
ooh, there's a different stink.
Yeah, you're like, I would kind of rather smell this shit
Absolutely.
than my balls. What are we talking about?
I don't know.
But-
this is gross.
I don't know. Oh, this is like the rant I was going off on at Duck, and I had nowhere to go with it. And I was like, these are just some thoughts I'm having.
Okay.
Fucks. Because it was like, because I was sweating my tits and balls off on stage because they didn't have that back door open. So it can get a little roasty toasty.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're like, wow. And you're like, oh, I am under 9,000 watts.
I'm in a tanning booth right now.
Yes. So I'm like sweating, and I don't know why. I was like, God, I bet my ass and balls are so. And I was like, gross. And then I just started ranting about that.
You're like, you guys picture how, if you think my face is sweaty, just picture how gross my ass and
Picture
balls
my ball sack. And everybody's like, we paid to be here. We purchased tickets. This is our date night.
Is this in the act, Tim?
No, that's for the set. You don't do that for the act.
Yeah.
That's the classic Pat Bulldog riff.
I don't know it.
Where he goes, no, you do that if you're like doing a spot, but you don't do that in the set.
Okay.
Because that's a joke you do more in the act, but it's not in the hour.
And he's riffing this as all of us are only doing 8-minute spots.
But that is an incredibly funny little riff. Like, that's for the hour, but I wouldn't do it in a set. Might do it if I'm doing a spot. I'll do it, but I won't do it if I'm like feature.
Not if I'm hitting the feature button.
If I'm in the feature, absolutely no way. But if it's guesty time, sure. Because that's more of a set than a spot.
Another one that I wish that just people in general in the world could talk about with you.
Spots versus sets versus guesties versus hitting the feature.
Guesties. I would love to just, I mean, like I said to you when, I forget where that was when I said, no, I'm trying to rip a guestie on the late. And someone was like, what?
What?
It's like, yeah.
And that was a comic, too.
It was. I can't remember.
You would think they would be able to piece together what you were talking about,
Well,
even if they weren't
knew
familiar
what I was
with
talking
it.
about, but it was like, what was that?
Oh, okay. That is like you're diving deep into the lingo on that one.
Yeah.
Trying to rat a guestie on the late.
Trying to rat a guestie on the late. I did 0 ratting this weekend, and I'm proud of myself.
There we go.
I went to Austin for my best friend Rich Park's
Shout out, Rich.
30th birthday.
Rich.
Yeah. Big old 3-0.
Did you guys get him the big gold balloon numbers?
Of
and
course.
Did he pose in front of
And a
them?
big sash.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Hell yeah, dude.
sparklers. Yeah.
Absolutely
did the whole
love
works.
that.
Yeah, it was fun, but it was I decided like pretty last minute to go. It's hard to just like block off a weekend and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go spend money. It's kind of like going to a bachelor party. It's like I'm gonna go spend money to not work.
Sure.
So
especially for a birthday.
I know, but it's the best friend of all time.
I know, but a birthday. That's why I couldn't imagine
3-0,
flying
not for 30.
for a birthday.
A good pal.
Mm-mm.
Wow. All right.
I couldn't even
Remind
imagine
me
that.
not to invite you to my 30th birthday.
I wasn't going to be invited anyway. It's fine, but I just could maybe for a bris.
What's a bris?
I heard somebody talk about it on stage last night. I think it's a Jewish
Is
thing.
it where the kid gets snips?
It's like a moil does it.
Oh yeah, that's circumcision.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd fly down for a bris.
I don't think they even did a bris for me.
I think it's Jewish.
I know, but why can't Catholics do something else?
Well, that was the joke this guy was telling. Great. He was like, yeah, Catholics do it too, but it's like not that big of a deal. We're just like haunted after. I thought that was kind of funny.
That is really good. So flew down, but it's in Austin,
right,
for his birthday. It's also South by Southwest, so that flight was a cool $3,000.
Oopsie daisy.
It wasn't actually, but it was insane. It was a lot, and that's why I was flying Southwest.
Yeah,
and I even we had a friend headlining down there, and he goes, "You're in Austin, come do spots," and I go.
Didn't.
I said I was gonna do a non-comedy weekend for the first time in a really long time. maybe I could. No, I'm not doing it. And I said no.
I think you did the right thing.
And I was very proud.
I think you did the right thing.
I think so too.
And you know what?
My career will never recover.
If you're gonna fly down for the birthday,
Yeah.
you gotta celebrate the
You gotta just be
birthday.
with the birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta spend the time with the fella. You already pulled the trigger on the dang Southwest flight.
And here's the thing. I've tried to do the best of both worlds situation on a
'cause
lot
here's-
of trips.
Here's the why it's all a farce is because you say, well, look, I'm just gonna go rip us because you're gonna go do a set.
I'm going to do a set. Yeah, not an act.
You're not gonna do the whole act, but
No,
you
I'm
will
doing an
maybe stick
8-minute
around for a
guesting.
spot
Oh,
after.
yeah, absolutely.
But you say this is the classic lie we tell ourselves is, oh, I'm gonna go do a quick one, and then I'm gonna come meet you guys right back,
I'll be right back. Yeah.
and then you're gone
I
the
won't
entire
miss a
night.
thing. Oh, and like, yeah, especially the club was a 25-minute Uber away.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's also not fun in that because then you're running in, you're going, let me do this spot. And then you're like, how long is long enough to stay?
Where I'm not a dick because
Yeah.
well, you get into that weird area where like, well, what does it matter if I leave 10 minutes into the headlining set or 30 minutes into the headlining set? This person won't know the difference.
Probably, yeah.
'Cause you can't be
Unless
like,
the feech is
"Hey,
a rat fuck
hey,
and tells on me.
I'm getting out of here.
This is good, though. I have a tag for that last one, by the
You're
way.
at like 30. I thought that was plenty of time, so I'm gonna scoot. It's my boy Rich's birthday. He's turning 30.
I said I was going to try not to do this. I do appreciate the spot, though.
Yeah, we're 30 celebrating a birthday.
Tom, this is CVS.
You're like, wait, why is my dad headlining this club?
That's another one. And then I woke up. And I was in a CVS. Folks, it was a long weekend.
I don't know where. Oh, I was in Boston. Somebody did. It's just I don't know why. You know how when you like watch little kids grow up, like they all go through the exact same phases. Like they all have somehow the same jokes and games that they play at the certain age, and you're like, how is that a part of
Yeah.
every kid's life? How does every kid know to do this stupid joke at this time in their life?
Like which one?
I was hoping you had an example because I remember, and I'm like, oh, I know this shit. Yeah, every kid does shit like this. It's like a spin the bottle kind of a thing. It's like at a certain age, everyone plays whatever that game is.
Yeah, I mean, like, did you ever do like salmon? Like when you'd sneak up behind your friends and do that?
No, but that's
That
hilarious.
was hilarious.
Salmon?
Yeah, you go up behind your friend and just slap them between the legs.
No, but I actually
That's a
love
fun
that
one.
a lot.
But like pantsing,
Pantsing or
table topping.
is that when you bend
Yeah,
down?
yeah. Push them over.
Everyone and like I don't know how kids learn this. I don't
Yeah,
know
I
when
don't
you
know.
grow out of that. But every kid does it at a certain, and it's the same with coming. That's everywhere you go. People do have the same.
I just
I was talking to my manager, and manager was like, "Yeah, we don't have anything for you. You're kind of not that good at this." I'm like, "Geez, mom, all right. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell?"
I heard one the other day that was like, when I was like 12, my dad said, "You're the thing that drove your mother and I apart." And it's like, well, that's a weird way to wish me happy birthday.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, there
Yep.
it is.
But then like, the best version of that is like that Louis joke where he's like, "Yeah, I learned young that everyone was gonna die one day. My grandpa said it to me. I wasn't even talking to him. He just goes, everyone's gonna die." I was just trying to blow candles out.
Oh, that's great.
Now that's gold, Jerry.
That's amazing.
That's just
That
good
is-
quality
that is
stuff. But it
perfect.
just, hey folks, it can't be your mom or dad.
It can't always, the end of the joke can't always be your mom or dad.
It just can't.
You're allowed to do it once in the whole act if it's an aside.
And it better not be in the act. You can do that during a set,
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
it better not be in the hour.
No, mine might be working its way back into the hour, honestly. I have that one. I called you about it and we decided it's allowable.
Which one was this?
It's because it's in that story about dropping the girl, and I say I've never been strong in high school. My coach, I faked a cramp to get out of soccer practice. My coach was like, "You don't have a crampable muscle on your body."
Right. And you say,
And I
"Oh,
just
okay,
go,
Dad."
No, I don't do that.
And you
I
say,
just say
"Jeez,
that
all right,
coach was my
Dad."
dad. That coach was my father. It's not. It's more just telling them what it's not. If I said
Yeah,
that,
it's not the big reveal.
It's not the big reveal, and it's an aside to the story. Because then I go, we're back.
That was my dad.
Yeah.
It's not.
Okay, Dad.
And it was.
If I said,
Because you can't.
okay, sorry, Dad.
Yeah.
I would like you to find a spare microphone in the back of the room, unplug it from the cord so it's nice and loose, but like a heavy one. Got a big battery in it. And then you take a nice crow hop and you hum it at my head.
See, no, I would take a different approach. I would take that spare mic and I would plug it in, and then right after you say that, I'd go whack.
Whack. I guarantee you miss your train.
Guaranteed me that I would miss my
Wow,
train.
good callback, dude.
Why would she be so mean?
Because her life's been hard, probably.
Probably, yeah. She was like, God, I know he's absolutely cranky.
She got brought in
right now.
because they had all those delays. She was supposed to be off that day, and they said, we'll go time and a half if you come in today.
That's fair.
And go Lone Ranger out in the food court.
She's like, oh, okay, nice. Am I just going to be like behind the counter like, oh, no.
No,
You're
you
in
have
the
no
mix.
protections.
You're in the mix. Sorry. And a guy will toss a dog shit riff at you and kind of give you a little wink like, hey, we're in this together, but like, we're not in this together.
He's going to do, that's their, this is a CVS, is they go, someone did the LaGuardia riff. To
God,
me.
I tell you what, I really felt like an old man, and I started reading a book about the CIA. Now that's old man.
Yeah. Wow, you're getting deep in it.
Isn't that wild?
Do you kind of believe more in the CIA or less?
What do you mean, like that it exists?
Yeah, that's one of those mythical organizations. Right?
The CIA?
Yeah, it was like the same thing as like QAnon, right?
Tom, I will say, for a
meant,
moment there, I was like,
uh-oh. I meant, do you have more trust in them or less?
I will say I'm a little annoyed with this book because it is a bit of a puff piece for the CIA.
Is it just propaganda the entire time?
It's a bit of a puff piece.
Okay.
And it's, the guy, he was a counterintelligence officer for years and years and years. And it's a bit of a puff. And I'm like, the CIA is responsible for some of the most evil that has ever happened.
For sure.
In the entire world.
Yeah.
Currently still happening.
Yeah.
And so I didn't like that. I kind of wanted, I'm looking for a nitty gritty CIA book. I want to get down in the depths of some shit that they've been up to. But I guess they're not going to publish that.
Do you want fiction or
no.
Okay.
No, I don't want fiction. I mean, I want to hear about like how they overthrow democratically elected leaders and stuff and like how they pull that off.
Yeah.
I want to hear that stuff.
Yeah, I don't think they'll tell you.
I don't think so.
It's kind of their main thing.
Yeah,
they
it's
don't
like
talk
it's a
about that
secret
stuff.
organization.
Yeah. I just want to know the secrets, though.
This guy's just pinning a memoir, gets his brains blown out by the fucking
Air marshal. Comes out of nowhere. And he goes,
That's two free hot dogs there, folks.
C group's not boarding yet, idiot.
Oh, my God.
I think we close on that, folks.
There it is. That's a
big old
POD.
hour right there.
Coming at you live from Gramercy, Manhattan.
Yes, sir. We're in the hat. This comes out Thursday. I'll be in Cincinnati, then Columbus this weekend, then Chi-Town next week.
Ooh.
Back at Zanetown with old Kelsey Cook.
Chicago. I feel like you were just in Chicago.
I was there
Was I just
2
in Chicago?
months ago.
Oh, yeah.
So were you,
just
actually.
in Chicago. We love you, Chicago.
And then shout out Chicago. It's our densest listener city, I believe. And then Dallas, please, for the love of God, if you're in Dallas, April 12th and 13th. I'm hitting the headline button, and it's...
You doing Lenny's Laughs?
What's that?
Lenny's Laughs button?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know either.
I was like, was that a riff or a... And then I was like, did I just laugh in your face at a place that actually exists?
He was like, yeah,
You're like, because I'm doing it the
I
weekend.
just booked a weekend at Lenny's Laughs.
Dallas
weird
Comedy
mood.
Club, come on out.
DCC.
Yeah.
Love that.
Where you going to be?
I'm ratting around big fat New York.
The best city.
The best city in the world.
All right.
All right.
All right, folks. See ya.
Bye.
He married my sister, now we're living together.